Welcome, everybody. The starting lineup is on the air. Kip Keefer and Legend, and we're not in our usual location, Legend. We're in the Battery, Atlanta.
Yeah, down here with the Braves. Looking forward to seeing the Braves play the Mets. It's a wonderful time.
It's going to be great, and we are here because it's a great opportunity for me at Kip Keefer Sports to thank all of the people that are so involved in making what we're doing special. I've got family here, I've got longtime friends, and I've got my cohort, the Legend, and other people involved. Marlo doing the filming right now. We have got a great celebration tonight. I am so looking forward to it.
Yeah, honoring Kip Keefer and Kip Keefer Sports. Many years of Kip Keefer. Man, we can't wait. It's only getting better, Kip.
This is the start of a big summer for us. We're going to be on a extravaganza barnstorming tour of the whole country. Legend and I head to Tampa in 2 weeks for SEC Media Days. What are they thinking? They're letting us in.
I don't know. Letting the Legend down there with Coach DeBoer could be a problem.
Oh, well, Coach DeBoer on alert. Watch out for the Legend. He's got some questions about this year's team, but we'll get those answered.
And last year's.
Oh, and last year's team.
And the year before.
Oh, my goodness. Well, we'll get all of that set up because you know what happens. Right after they break for SEC Media Days, they go to practice, which means, as of today, Legend, 43 days, college football is back.
Yes, y'all know what time it is. It's the most wonderful time of the year. Yes, Christmas, Kip. Christmas.
Yep. We sound like the Mormon tubercular choir.
The tubercular?
Yeah.
That's something like that.
Yeah, that's not a flattering comment on our singing skills, but we do have a lot of skills telling you about SEC football. I know everybody, Legend is called kind of a lightning rod. You've been very honest this year of saying you're just not sure what you're going to see from Alabama.
Yeah, we're picked 7th in the SEC. That's not a good place to be picked. I can't remember the last time Alabama wasn't ranked in the top 10 in the preseason. I certainly can't remember the last time, Kip, we were picked to finish 7th outside of the playoffs by most of the experts in the country.
Well, this, I think, is a wide open race in the SEC, and you said it last week. You feel like there's 7 or 8 teams that can make some major noise, including Alabama, and I agree with you.
Yeah, Alabama could do it if Keon Russell explodes, if Ezekiel Crowell explodes, if Ryan Williams explodes. But that's a lot of ifs, Kip.
It's a lot of ifs. But we know your defense is going to be solid, and defense wins championships.
Yeah, we got Bray Hubbard, Keon Sapp on the backside, anchoring the best secondary in the country. Got a few question marks up front, but we brought in some 320-pounders, and we hope they are some mean dogs in the trenches, Kip.
Oh, man, we've been talking about everything else. We've been in courtrooms, boardrooms, Congress, the White House. We've been everywhere but on the football field. Thank God we're back to football.
Yeah, thank God, thank God. Stay out of Washington and get on the field.
Well, we're going to have a great edition of the starting lineup here. Legend is going to welcome an Alabama legend into the cave.
Yeah, I can't wait. Trent Richardson, stay right there. See my interview with the great Trent Richardson, the great Alabama running back, Hall of Fame Alabama running back. He has some things to say about Coach DeBoer in Alabama.
We're going to talk to some other legends tonight at the Braves game and some lifelong friends of mine that have been involved in the sports business. It's going to be a great show. Buckle your seatbelt. Don't go anywhere. The starting lineup continues right after this.
The Birmingham Racecourse Casino, where a spin could turn dreams into reality. Meet Sammy F., who just won over $70,000. And Orlando P., hitting the jackpot with a whopping $100,000. Feel the thrill of winning and join the dance of champions.
Woo! I'm a winner! I'm a winner! Woo! I'm a winner! I'm a winner! Woo! And you can be a winner too!
Your chance to be the next big winner is here at the Birmingham Racecourse Casino.
Welcome back to Birmingham Racecourse Casino. Starting a lineup, I'm Tony Curry. It's time for Bone Fragments, brought to you by the Woodhouse Day Spa, birmingham.woodhousespas.com, birmingham.woodhousespas.com. We've got football season coming up here, and you guys need to go ahead and knock it out now with a gift card to the Woodhouse Day Spa, so you're good to go to all those late-night football games, those parties, those big gambling things you guys are doing. You're going down to Philadelphia, going to Vegas to gamble. Do it all. Make sure your lady's taken care of with the Woodhouse Day Spa, birmingham.woodhousespas.com. Stuart Rome and the crew. They do fantastic work. It's unlike any spa you've ever been. Also, Sasquatch Toys and Comics. They have over 300,000 comics. We've got Evel Knievel toys, stuff from the 60s and 70s. You can probably even get some lawn jarts if you want them there. Lego stuff from Star Wars, Enterprise stuff, you name it. It's all Sasquatch Toys and Comics. They do a fantastic job right there in Home One. Check out Sasquatch Toys and Comics on Facebook. They're good to go. The one thing I learned about the World Cup over the last several weeks, and I will tell you, I'm a sports guy. I love to get into the sports thing, and I went to a couple of neighborhood places. Good people. Was packed for the U.S. game, and Belgium game unfortunately lost. But people are really into it. But everyone's talking about the flop. The flop. These guys, all they do is flop. These guys, all they do is flop. What's wrong with these European dudes? They flop. What's wrong with these Russian guys? They flop. Even Americans flop. And I'm here to tell you that in the United States of America, we are a flopping society. We've been flopping forever. To flop is to throw or move oneself in a heavy, clumsy, or relaxed manner. And of course, we've been doing that around here. We also like to call it timed out. I always like to call it taking a breather. I like to taking a break. If you watch these guys play in the World Cup, man, they're getting up and down the pitch. It's the name of the field. For like an hour and a half, 2 hours with no break, because if they get substituted, they can't go back into the game, something I've learned. So once you're out, you can't go back in. They're going up and down this field for an hour and a half, 2 hours. And I mean, it makes me tired just watching these guys. So if I got any chance to flop, I'm going to flop. But here's how we've been flopping in the United States for quite some time. We have all kinds of life flops. We have boxer flops. What do boxer flops are? When two boxers get together, they put their arms around each other's necks. They call it a latch on. That's a flop. We have the football flop. We've seen the football flop a lot right here in the South. Of course, a lot of guys, they act like they have an injury, or perhaps they get down. They want to stop the clock. They're trying to slow down the other side because they're running some no huddle offense, called a football flop. We also have the schedule flop. You have a schedule flop? That's when you need to get out of something. And everyone's trying to figure out how to get out of something. I got something at 3 o'clock this afternoon. If I was going to do a schedule flop, I'd have a family emergency, but you have to be careful about those, because sometimes when you lie about family emergencies, they actually happen. You got kids' doctor appointments. No one will ever question about a kid's doctor appointment. That's a good schedule flop. And school issues. Kids got school issues. No one will ever question you on the schedule flop. How about the intimate flop, also known as the big red machine? I also like to call it the Pete Rose flop. This is when you're being intimate with your lady or your man, and quite frankly, you're just tired. Or things are moving too quickly, if you know what I mean. That's where the Pete Rose flop comes in order. I always think of 1975, Pete Rose had 210 hits. He batted .317. He had 2 stolen bases and 7 home runs. And if you think about the Pete Rose flop, something else will not flop when you're being intimate with that lady, if you know what I'm talking about. Also, you can pull a cramp. When you're 60 years old and you're having an intimate flop and you cramp, everyone understands, okay, you got to take a breather. You got the intimate flop. The common store worker flop. How many times do you go out and you're out ready to check out with somebody, they're on their computer, and they say this to you? Oh, my computer's running slow today. How many times do you hear that? Every single day. It's the common store worker flop. Every single time you get out and about, you get on the phone. I'm sorry, man. It's taking me a little while. My computer's flopping right now. My computer's working a little slow. That, of course, is the flop. And finally, the date flop. This is a good one. If you're going on a blind date, you know, the Tinder thing and the profile picture never looks like the real person, do something. Always have someone call you at a certain time. If you're going at 8 o'clock, have someone call you at 9. Just so they can set up something. Oh, hey, something happened here. You need to leave just in case it's not going well. If it's going well, you can sit there and say, hey, I'm good. Or show up at that date with a pizza. If they don't know what you look like, you can pretend you're actually delivering a pizza. If they look really good, you can say, hey, I brought a pizza over. And they'll love that. And if they don't look very good, you can sit there and say, did you order pizza? And if they say no, you can split. That's called the date flop. We've been flopping our entire lives. You run up and down a pitch for 2.5 hours and tell me that if someone doesn't touch your shoestring, you don't want to hit the ground or rest for a couple seconds. We're all flopping, baby. We're watching the World Games this weekend. Of course, the one thing we do around here, the Birmingham Racecourse Casino, the starting lineup is college football. We're going to be on at 10:30 to 11 o'clock right before every single ABC SEC matchup this year, 11 o'clock. So make sure you check it out and tune in early, 30 minutes early, for, of course, the Birmingham Racecourse Casino starting lineup. That is Bone Fragments.
Step back into the groove and then into the Birmingham Racecourse Casino.
Check this out. It's all happening
here. The Birmingham Racecourse Casino is the local place to win.
Good times right here.
Let the Birmingham Racecourse Casino bring the good times to you. The Birmingham Racecourse Casino, where the good times roll.
Where you could be a winner too. Yeah, boy.
Hey, I'm here in Atlanta, Georgia with the Gotsies. Did I say that right?
You said it right.
In the sun,
Yes, sir.
right here,
Yes,
right
sir.
here. And King Keefer. Hey, hello, King.
Hi.
All right, all right. We got Clayton. Got the ultimate Alabama family right here, Roll Tide all the way, representing right here in Georgia. What do you think about the Tide this year?
Well, I always love the Tide. Always. So we'll see what happens.
What do you think?
I think Keelan Russell and Kalen DeBoer are going to lead the Crimson Tide to a national championship. That's what
Man, I think you trained this child right. Did you got him talking right? I like this. Now you going to law school, right?
That's right, sir.
Because you might get sued for that statement here in Georgia. Clay, what do you think, Alabama?
I'd love to see a national championship. If I had to predict, I probably wouldn't bet on it, but I would love to see it.
King, national championship?
I would like to see it.
Hey, King said he would like to see it. King said, yeah, he'd like to see it. What do you think about DeBoer? He going to make it a long time? We're going to see a statue of DeBoer out on Championship Road?
If he wins the national championship, yeah.
You think we'll see a statue?
I think it'll either be after this year. If he doesn't win one this year, then maybe he might be gone.
Might be gone. King, you think we're going to fire the coach or we going to keep him?
Keep you.
Hey, King said we're going to keep him. Clay, we keeping him?
I mean, it all depends on what happens this season. My biggest question is, if he does win a national championship, is he going to be in a hoodie? Because we've got coaches in suits. We've got Nick Saban in a polo, now a hoodie. Is the next coach going to be in a tank top? Like, I don't know. I'm all for it, by the way. I don't care. I'm down for dressing comfortably.
I don't know, DeBoer. I just don't see a statue out there on Championship Row. I don't know, maybe.
Well,
I could see a legend statue out there. Could you see that?
I can see that.
I can see it. Can't you see a legend statue out there, King?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with King. Yeah. Yeah. So you like this DeBoer?
I'm going to have to wait until this year. I don't know yet.
It's a wait and see.
It's a wait in progress.
It's a
type
wait
thing.
and see. What about Auburn? Who
To,
cares?
to hell with the Cal College.
Oh, no.
Well,
You agree with that, King? You're not no Auburn man, are you? Nah, King said, no, he ain't no Auburn man. He ain't no Auburn man. Hey, Alabama representing here in Georgia. Wherever we go, the Tide is the best in the nation, baby. We do it big, regardless of where we at. We've taken over Atlanta for Alabama. King Keefer, the next great quarterback at the University of Alabama right here. He's going to be a man that lead us to a championship one day. If the board don't get it done, the King will. Hey, from Atlanta, the starting lineup, I'm with the team here. Y'all keep it real. I'm so real. Hey, roll Tide, baby. Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
Like I was saying, welcome everybody. You know, one of my favorite sayings is, show me a guy's family and friends, and I'll show you his future. Look around this room. Look at these people. What a blessed man I am. Look at this extraordinary group. You guys are my heroes, each and every person in here. So many of you have such great stories. The quality of people that I have been able to encounter, all of you, I'm just overwhelmed, and I'm so excited to have the opportunity to personally thank each and every one of you for always being loyal and supportive of me. It's been the greatest joy of my life, and I hope everybody just has a great time. The Braves are Nets getting ready to square off. We've got food, we've got drink, anything you need. I've wanted to do this for so long, and I'm so honored and literally just blown away with the reaction, and everybody showed up, and this is just one of the great nights of my life, and I love you all, and I appreciate each and every one of you more than you can ever imagine. So thank you. Welcome to Kip Keefer's kickoff to this fantastic summer blitz. We're going to be all over the country doing all kinds of great things. I'm so proud to announce that in 2 weeks, Kip Keefer Sports has credentials and will be at SEC Football Media Days in Tampa. So when you see the now spelt best dressed Kip Keefer, stand up and go,
Coach, I got a question. Why are you starting this guy at quarterback? It's going to be a set moment. So anyway, thank all of you so much for being here. Enjoy the party. Enjoy the game. I can't tell you again how thrilled I am that every one of you has been great friends of mine. A lot of you guys for 55 years? Good grief. That's inconceivable. So we got a bunch of young folks here. Anyway, I'm going to wrap it up because it's game time. Thank you all so much. And I just, again, I'm so blessed, and I thank all of you for being here. Have a great time.
Welcome to the Legend Cave. I am the legend, the 6-time Paul Feinbaum Caller of the Year. And man, the blessings of God just keep rolling in my life. Today I have the honor to welcome into the Legend Cave my favorite Alabama running back of all time, the great Trent Richardson. Welcome, brother.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you.
Man, this is an honor for me, man. This is like heaven. I'm dreaming right now. Only thing I need to know, man, as a lifelong Colt fan, what happened in Indianapolis, man? I thought you were going to be a monster. They didn't have no line for you up there or something, did they?
Well, it's crazy because my center was 270.
Oh, that's the problem, wasn't it?
The O-line, and I love those guys to death, but we was a throwing team.
Okay.
We passed the ball. We averaged passing the ball 55 times a game. we average running 5 times a day.
Oh my goodness!
And so when you look at it, it's like, how can you even
figure it in?
Yeah, because
figure
as a
it
running
in.
back, the flow's goes on along, the lines of the game. You got to get hot. You got to get hot. You can't just say, I'm gonna just take off one play and just 100-yard run. It don't happen like that.
Gotcha.
The goal is, get to the first down. Then the touchdown will happen. I mean, but at the end of the day, man, for me, being traded was a business move that I didn't understand being so young.
Gotcha.
And so it was almost like a marriage. Like why would you want to leave?
Why would you want to do that too?
Like why? Yeah, why would you?
But I was happy to have you. I was like the other woman saying, I'm glad to have him. Bring him over here. We got Trent friggin' Richardson, and they didn't even give you the ball, man. Yeah. See, I've been saying them folks in Indianapolis is stupid for years, and now I know it's a fact. But let's talk about Alabama. I've been critical of DeBoer. And I guess I just love Nick Saban so friggin' much, man. How did you feel when Nick left? I felt like I lost my mama all over again when Nick left.
Yeah, it was tough for me because I'm really close to the family and I'm really close to his daughter. So to see that, and because we had just talked like, hey, man, what coach gonna do? He
really?
Ain't no way.
I thought he gonna be there to 9.
Yeah, he ain't gonna retire.
No.
I know Miss Terry don't want him at home all the time, bother her, and it'd be times when I used to go to his house, he wouldn't even know I'm there. It was one day I went to his house, I'm there looking at film or playing a video game, and he come upstairs and like, what you doing here? I said, what you doing here? you don't even be here this time, or don't come on this side of the town.
Yeah.
Right? So it's that side of the house, and so it's stuff like that.
How big was the house?
Oh, that house. That house on the lake is huge. And
oh my God, I knew it, Nick. I knew it. I knew it. I knew you was living well. I knew he was living well. Nick living well, ain't he?
Nick lives the best he can live. He got a whole side of the house he don't even come on.
Oh man, a whole side of the house he don't even know it's there. Nick Saban, you can let legend live over there. I wouldn't even matter. I cut the grass, Nick. I cut the grass. Is there any hope for us, Trent? Is there a championship in our future, brother?
It's going to be one of those situations where the offseason got to pay off. That and recruiting and containing players too. And so, how
we've been pretty good at that, haven't
we? We've been doing a good job at it. And it's one of those things to where, like, how the season go and how NIL goes now, it's tough to keep players. But at the same time, like, if you can get the right people in the program, because it ain't like how Nick used to be able to do, go in your front room and learn your family, learn be hands-on with them. But now it's like, you get a different kid every year, and so it's, how do you build a family? Like, we was a family. Once you seen one of us, you seen 4 or 5 of us.
You think DeBoer can do that at Alabama? You think he's doing that?
I think his methods is coming, and I think that he's got the guys that he want there. And do I possibly see that he can do it at Alabama? I think he can, because it's Alabama. You're going to get whatever you want.
I could do it at Alabama. Be honest now. I know that makes you laugh, but I would have been a hell of a coach, Trent. If things had went different when I was young, I might have been your coach, Trent. There ain't no telling now.
But what I'm not saying it's an easy task.
I got
It's the hardest task, especially when you are Alabama. It's a target on your back.
Everybody
trying to win a national championship against you every week.
Hey, this is the starting lineup. This is Trent Richardson, man. Hey, David Legend, look at me. God is good. This is the starting lineup. Roll Tide, baby.
Hey, it's Kip Keefer back again for another edition of the Vegas Heaters as part of the starting lineup. I am a longtime sports bettor, sports betting writer, along with sports editor and columnist for Greenspun Media Group, which includes Las Vegas Sun and Las Vegas Weekly. Now, I know most of this week's starting lineup episode has taken place at the Braves game, where Kip brought the whole crew earlier this week. Really enjoyed that, but had to rush to get back to Vegas for a couple of the big sports events going on this weekend. I'll be cage side tonight at UFC 329, Conor McGregor's first fight in 5 years against Max Holloway, topping that card. Meanwhile, my wife is off to Kansas City for one of the 2 World Cup games. The quarterfinal is a big event she has to run with Argentina versus Switzerland. Of course, that is the nightcap after Norway against England. In this segment, this is what we do. We break down the biggest sports events of the week from a betting perspective. So let's do a couple that hit close to home. We will start with the World Cup, because it looks like we're in pretty good position. If you go back to the beginning of the tournament and the preview segment I did on here, breaking down my futures portfolio and what I said to bet. 2 of our 3 teams are through to the quarterfinals. We had Argentina 12-1. We had Germany 16-1. Don't pay attention to that one. That didn't go so well. And Norway 40-1. And I'm not running away from either Norway or Argentina today. Not time to sell yet. In fact, I'm kind of doubling down. I like both of them in these games. Starting in Norway and England, yes, England is the likelier winner. However, I just think it's a little bit closer than the line is making it. I personally bet Norway plus 190 to advance. Now, soccer betting, there's a million markets. It's always kind of confusing what you're getting. Plus 190 to advance, that's as easy as it can get. Doesn't matter if it comes to penalty kicks. Doesn't matter if it comes in extra time. Whatever. Norway to get to the semifinals at plus 190. Do I think it's more likely that England wins? Of course, but I think that that's just too high. Probabilistically, I think Norway's a little bit closer. Anything better than plus 170, I would bet here. I think Haaland might just be the best player in the world right now, especially on the international level. And he's got more around him than Norway is given credit for. It's giving Norway plus 190 to advance. From an underdog to a favorite, I am sticking with Argentina, even though they have looked rough the last 2 games. Both those African sides, including Egypt in Atlanta, in the last round, gave them a lot of trouble. However, all these African teams have been better than anyone expected. AFCON really on the way up. I still think Argentina, top to bottom, is as good as anyone. I think this is a buy low spot. I bet them at minus 135 to win in the 90 minutes. Now, of course, that only includes 90 minutes and added time. So if it goes to extra time as a draw, as it has the last 2 games of Argentina, that will be a loss. But that's how I chose to bet this one. I think that should be a little bit higher. I think closer to minus 200. So give me Argentina minus 135 to go with Norway, plus 190 to advance. As far as the UFC in the main event, McGregor and Holloway, I already talked about. Now, when this line opened, Conor McGregor was as high as a plus 420 underdog. I had to kind of grit my teeth and say, okay, I think he's probably worth a bet at that range. We've already seen him beat Max Holloway. He has crazy punching power, better than just about anyone at his weight. However, 5 years off, it wasn't a side I wanted to be on. I just thought value-wise it was there. Everything is completely flipped, though. Now he's as low as a plus 175 underdog. I think that is just too short. I would make this line about minus 250, which means there's not huge value, but enough there that I actually did end up firing. I took Max Holloway minus 210. I know a lot of people, don't really like to bet the big favorites, but I think there is a little bit of value on Max Holloway tonight. So maybe bet a little bit on Max Holloway. Give yourself some fun to watch the UFC. I also like the favorite of the co-main event, Lean Benoit Saint Denis. I think he's gotten just low enough. A lot of action on Paddy Pimblett, who is tough. The minus 135 on Benoit Saint Denis in the co-main event. As far as underdogs, there's a couple I could get behind. Also on the main card, I would probably sprinkle a taste on Mario Bautista in the third fight. King Green in the main card opener. Nikita Krylov in the final preliminary fight. I just think he's so much bigger than former champion Robert Whittaker, who reigned at middleweight. Nikita Krylov, probably a natural heavyweight, so I would take him as an underdog as well. If you want one more big favorite, give me Gable Stevenson, minus 140 to win by first round knockout. The former NCAA wrestling great making his UFC debut, and I think he is all that is hyped up to be. There's a handful of bets here on the UFC, on the World Cup to wrap up this week's The Starting Lineup. We had a great time at the Braves game. Hope you enjoyed this week's show and you come back and check us out again next week.
The Birmingham Racecourse Casino starting lineup. Kip Keefer, Tony Curry, The Legend, and Case Keefer bring it every week.
The coaches don't like what's going on. Fella, wow. Congratulations.
Weather is of universal appeal. It affects you and everybody watching.
Because you're real, Legend. You're authentic. You lived it.
From 10:30 to 11 on ABC 3340.